Mark Carney called a snap election that's going to happen on April 28th. It's already approved by the Governor General, and the parliament has been dissolved. With Donald Trump's economic pressure and annexation pressure, Canada needs to diversify its economic partners. Besides US, other major economies include China and European Union. In 2023, US GDP was $28 trillion, European Union was $19 trillion, China was $18 trillion. On the April 28th election, the two main contenders on the ballots are going to be Mark Carney from Liberal and Pierre Poilievre from the Conservative Party. Understanding their stance on international relationship is crucial. There is a big age difference between the two. Carney is 60 years old. Poilievre is 15 years younger than him at 45 years old. There's also a lot of difference in their experiences and professional background. Carney is a lot more diverse. For Mark Carney, he graduated from Harvard University in economics. He later earned a master's and doctorate in economy from Oxford. After graduation, he worked in both the private financial sector and public sector. He worked for Goldman Sachs for 13 years, held various senior positions in investment banking, risk management, and international finance. He served as vice chair at Brookfield Asset Management. He was also the chair of Bloomberg Board of Directors. For his public sector experiences, he worked as head of central banks for two countries. He worked for Canada through 2008 and to 2013, and UK through 2013 to 2020. The education and experience of Mark Carney give him strong insights into global financial markets. It's a crucial skill to have, especially when dealing with economic pressure from the US. For Pierre Poilievre, after graduating from University of Calgary, has been a full-time politician since, working for Canadian Conservative Party, so pretty much he has only Canadian public sector experience. Now let's talk about their relationship with China and Europe. So for Mark Carney, with his extensive experience in both the public and private sector, he has met the Chinese leadership many times. Mark Carney was chair of board of directors for Bloomberg and vice chair for Brookfield Asset Management, which is a global dominant firm with significant investment in China. Carney met with Xi Jinping in March 2024, along with U.S. executives to discuss cooperation of Western business and China. In January 2025, Mark Carney resigned from Brookfield Asset Management to focus on leading the Liberal Party of Canada. As a former governor of Bank of Canada and Bank of England, Carney has pushed for more collaboration between the Western nations and China. In 2019, as governor of Bank of England, he warned that Trump's trade war with China could shipwreck the global economy. I believe his experience will be very important in helping Canada to diversify its trade relations, offering a possibility to improve the relationship with China. And when he worked as governor of Bank of England during 2013 and 2020, it's a very important role. It's a role that controls England's money printer. When he served as the governor, he developed a significant tie with Europe, especially in providing financial stability during Brexit. He provided liquidity through QE, or quantitative easing, and lowered capital requirement for the financial institutions in UK, which encouraged lending during turbulence time. For Pierre Poilievre, with his experience solely in domestic politics, he never really got an opportunity to meet the Chinese leaders. Poilievre's stance on China is much more confrontational. He has been a vocal critic of China, advocating for policies including harsher trade measures and greater scrutiny for Chinese investment in Canada, and a tougher stance on Chinese technologies. In August 2024, Poilievre proposed tariff on Chinese EV to match U.S. tariff on the EV. And the Liberal implemented the tariff in October 2024. Poilievre has also advocated for similar anti-China trade policy aligned closely with Trump's administration. Poilievre has a cautious approach towards Europe. He has been critical of certain European-style economic policies such as high government spending, heavy regulation, and carbon tax. He did recognize the importance of trade relations with European nations. For instance, Poilievre has advocated for expanding Canadian energy exports to Europe. Poilievre does not have any direct experience dealing with European officials at the level Carney did. This chart shows you the latest aggregate polling data on 338canada.com. As of March 24th, the Liberal Party is getting 39% support, while the Conservative Party received 37%. In the beginning of 2025, the Conservative Party was leading by a lot. It used to have around 43%, while the Liberal Party had only 20%. So there has been a huge shift in Canadians' view on the two parties. A major contributing factor is Carney taking over Trudeau as Prime Minister and leader of the party, and Trump's continued pressure on Canada.